Start streaming, and we're gonna go over here because I'm not sure when it's going to awkwardly put me on, and I need to be able to know when I get to say, how's it going, Nakama? Brit is back with some One Piece 1190. Samurai Drew is on his honeymoon. Enjoy your time, Samurai Drew. But with me, I've got the one, the only, Douglas Bullet. How is it going, my mad lad?
It's going good. It feels like I come here more than Drew now does.
I know. Man's in transition in life. He's in transition in life. We support our amazing Nakama as they go on this amazing journey. But yeah, right now, we're just, lots of life is happening. So, in that, we've got 1190, and I had originally seen the title of the chapter, Those Whose Death Brings Celebration, which is pretty interesting. But even more interesting than that is the cover spread, which is a reader request, I'd imagine. Yeah, reader request. Shanks grilling with fish for breakfast in a port town surrounded by cats. Looks like he's got little Luffy with him as well. So I'm guessing the port town is Windmill Village. Is that fair to say? There's a windmill behind it. Port town. Yeah, pretty fair. But the name of the chapter is the big one, so we've got only 17 pages and there's no chapter next week. So I'm guessing Oda's gonna just fill us up. I'm guessing Oda is just gonna fill us up with all his goodness. So, in that, phrasing, right?
He's gonna leave us off with the killer cliffhanger.
Killer cliffhanger, more than likely. So, I'm going on in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And we've got Scopper Gaban saving a pinned Luffy. Emu is using the 19, possibly 20, if his own family's weapon, the Maimar, whatever, the Nerona family weapon is in there, maybe. Luffy is just literally stuck to the tree, and it looks like the tree gets cut in half. Still, so Scopper Gaban saves the main slice, but the tree is cut. You have Emu just and you have Scopper, he's like, yeah, and you have Luffy, he's like, as the which it looks like it had 4 different slices. So he stopped the main slice for Luffy. There was a slice under him and 3 slices above him. So yeah, that axe be axing.
I gotta ask, because I don't recall last week of him having that many. Where are all these swords coming from?
Oh, so the ring around the Rosie, he summons them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one little cloud thing will come out and it'll become one. So I'm guessing that ring is basically that's basically the covenant of the 19, if you will. Does that make sense? Like the 19 came together to swear their fealty, all with weapons. That's why that axe came out. And even I was just like, oh, it's not like swords, it's spears. Like Killingham has the family spear. Then the barb guy who's fighting Zoro. I'll remember his name shortly.
Summers?
Yeah, Summers. Saint Summers. His family weapon is a sword. So, and also, I don't know if you caught on to this, and other people in the community were talking about this too. It seems like it says random, because Emu was like, oh, it's this one. Well, I guess this ends here. This one came out. So, it's also like, are the warriors wanting to fight? Like, who are the demons? Are these the warriors of old? Did they subjugate themselves? Remember, like the early Mortal Kombat, the guy who like uses souls to fight, and he like summons the warriors. Is that is it something like that, where you can now summon them? So it's very interesting. I'm very intrigued. But also, something that happens on the next page, which is very noticeable, is the bounce knocks the swords out of Luffy's body. So Luffy, the cut happens, and we're all like, is someone gonna pull them out gently to ensure that Luffy doesn't get hurt? No, it bounces, and the impact of the bounce forces swords out of this man's body. This is a shonen. So yeah, there's that. And it hit at the exact point that it didn't, like, I don't know, rip him apart. Just boop. So yeah. Now the Luffy's are the swords are out of Luffy. You've got Emu's got a huff. And Scopper is bouncing back and forward. We have an oof as the swords come out of Luffy. And then Scopper dodges a swoosh of the axe at him. So, on a positive note, Luffy is saved. And on an even better note, if Scopper Gabon happens to die, Rayleigh would be single. What? Who said that? Huh? So, Ripley would be single. Sorry, Ripley would be single.
Well, I mean, you can go for Rayleigh all you want, Wayne.
Yeah, I know.
No judgment here.
I was just... So, Ripley...
I knew exactly who you meant.
Oh, yeah. So,
I mean... And if Summers does his job, you'll have her to yourself.
Mm-hmm. So, now, I'm going to turn it over to Bullet for the next 2 pages. Oh.
And, you're a hideous sight. Like nothing of this mortal. Who art thou? One who knows the world.
Ooh.
Is he like got Goku hair going on here?
It looked like it for a second there.
Did he just turn into a Super Saiyan?
No, but his hair is flopping down behind him, so it looks like it.
Okay.
That is a cool little. That is a cool little thing, though. I appreciate that because Oda is going to put some kind of homage to Dragon Ball, and he's done that before, so I could see that still being an homage.
He's got the shirt. What's his name wears?
That is such a cool, him hanging from the wood with his axe.
Yeah.
It's just such a cool, dude. And then he just whips it out and comes flopping down. Alright.
And then he's Scavenger's walking over to Luffy. Hey. Okay. Is Luffy covered in blood or?
Yeah.
Okay. We're finally getting to that phase of the series. On your feet, Straw Hat Luffy. Why is Luffy always just completely destroyed?
Well, this also there's so many things that are becoming more understood about the Luffy in fighting because he gets the absolute piss beat out of him. But we've known from the very beginning that Zoans recover very quickly, and that's a natural thing of them. It's their quick recovery time. And we always thought that Luffy could do that just because it's him. No, it's because he's a Zoan. So there's also this understanding of like, oh, because he has naturally good healing ability and durability. Like
yeah. He's like a Saiyan. Where he heals quickly and gets stronger the closer to death he gets. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm disappointed in you. Aren't you ashamed at getting saved by an injured old man like me? Your white form, Emperor of the Sea? Don't get full of yourself. Ow, 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 ow. Yo, old man, let me go. You want to die here? I'm not going to die, let go. You are a dead man walking. It's pathetic. What happens next after you're dead? I like Scupper.
I like Scupper a lot. Even though he's my rival. Wait, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna jump, or do we, anything to discuss after this? Because he's not really even acknowledging Emo at this point.
True. And Emu isn't really trying anything.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to see.
So, I'm gonna go
Just see a Rogers pirate against Emo.
Well, I'm interested where the chapter's name comes in now,
Oh, we could celebrate the death of Emo.
We'll see about that. So,
Maybe Sanji dies.
I'm going on in 3, 2, 1, and Luffy finally with a truly serious face. I can't. Huff, huff, huff. And a zoom out of Elbath. Protect my friend's country. Wheeze, wheeze. That's right. And what happens to the crew you've brought all this way? Their lives are in danger. Huff, huff. Correct. Now you listen closely. On this sea, the higher you rise, the more enemies you have. The King of the Pirates is a title for those whose death brings celebration. Because, oh my god. Okay, my stomach just dropped because everyone else wants to sit in that seat. Oh. If you're imagining you can be King of the Pirates with nothing but peace and sunshine and rainbows, save us the trouble and go home, damn it. You're not cut out for this. Now stay out of my way, brat. I'm so grateful for Scopper. There's a reason that Captain Kidd, and go ahead and make the comment, feel free, has been my favorite since we met him, is because he for me is a pirate. Like, he is, yes, they're hippies, yes, they hurt civilians. However, we did get the context. Those civilians were laughing at his dream of being King of the Pirates. There is something to be said about Luffy's happy-go-luckiness, and the best way of explaining this is the Peace Main, remember that, and versus the Pirates, that original idea of like a good pirate versus a bad pirate, and having to have this understanding of like, dude, you have to be an asshole. You can't do this by just wanting to be the nice guy that protects everyone. And I'm glad he heard it. I'm glad he had to listen to it. So Scopper is literally saving him. What's up?
That's why I like Blackbeard.
That's why a lot of people love Blackbeard. He's a real pirate.
Yeah.
He's gonna take it.
You know, he'll do whatever it takes. He's not honorable in any way. He will claw his way to the top if he can.
Yeah. I'm gonna gonna go on to the next one. In 3, 2, 1, you have Luffy just going flying. Yeah! Ugh! Damn it, that stupid old man talking all that trash about me. I'll show you. And then Scopper. Okay, I guess this is an emphasis of his Conqueror's Hockey. Mantis axe style Mantis plume. And you even have like the look of the Mantis coming in. Is this a joke to thee? You want to kill him. You want to kill him, don't you? I do. Okay. So, Bullet, I think I'm good. I don't need to really go over much. This is gonna be a fight to see how long can Scopper last for Luffy to heal.
Every arc.
And I can't. We're gonna talk along about this because.
Oh, Mantis X, so cool.
The King of the Pirates is a title for those whose death brings celebration. A death whose interest crazy. Okay, your turn.
On the next page. Does he really remind you so much of Joy Boy? Who art thou? Dost thou recognize Mu? I love how he talks in third person. Hone Bame Toshiru, what dost thou know? The words of Joy Boy. Don't get it twisted. We're not blindly obedient to some man from the past we've never met before. We just want to see our captain's dream brought to light.
We've got a cough. He's hitting his limit. Okay.
Are we going to learn Gold Roger's dream?
Are we gonna learn what they found in fucking Left Tail? God damn it.
Cough, Captain. Oh, I'm gonna get that old man for making fun of me. Heal, get better. Just a moment is all I need. Who is this, Captain? The King of the Pirates, Gold D. Roger.
Y'all ready for this? Emu's about to get fucking pissed. Any thoughts? Because we're halfway through. And like I'm very glad that this is gonna be let me just wait for the sip and discuss. Alright. I'm heading on in 3, 2, 1. Nani? This disgusts Mu. Why is the D in the King of the Pirates? Spread not that name. Yes, great one. I see the very man who turned this into the era of piracy. And why the remnants of this crew protect Straw Hat. Because you're going out of your way to eliminate him. Is that not proof enough? Even if you see him as a threat, and at the very bottom we have Scopper, someone will be born and eventually surpass us, and we have going back to the Oral Jackson. We're just too early. Now just jumping over. I guess does this make more Loki as a Straw Hat? Cause Philion like rocks his dream and all of that makes it a little bit interesting. Then you're telling us that this boy is the very man we've all been waiting for. And you have Rayleigh, and you have Crocus, Shanks, Kazuki Oden, Whitebeard. Huff huff. Indeed. He's just like, oh, ho, ho, ho. You know too much. Perhaps we have mistaken numerous mere coincidences for destiny. Let us end that now. No, you idiot. No, you idiot. Wait. Oh, crap. So we put one on Luffy. Yeah, so... Okay, so yeah, he put his little thing on Luffy.
Oh boy.
Alright. Go on. Page 12.
Sorry about this one jewel tree, Adam. It wasn't my intent to eat you. Ow. Damn these creaky joints. It sucks getting old. Old jerk. I don't care if he's friends with Rayleigh. Stig. Gate of God.
Okay, so that stopped the stigma.
It also deleted the tree.
Yeah, well, he even said, like, sorry, Adam Tree, like, I did not mean to eat you. So, and you can see just the hockey strikes are, like, literally, like, slicing the tree up in so many different facets. So now we're seeing, like, an active hockey bolt attack. Like, kind of like how Shanks was wrecking, what's his name? Green Bull. When Green Bull got stopped in Wano and Shanks was like sailing away and he was like, hold on. And Green Bull's like, ah. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, his Bluetooth attack.
Yeah, so this is
with 5G.
It's now interesting where we're... Yeah. Okay.
Could you just imagine if NL had conquered hockey?
Well, Luffy would have been wrecked for sure, but thankfully he didn't. So, I am... Oh, it's my turn, right? 13. So, yeah, so I'm going on to page 14 in 3, 2, 1. So, yes. Adam, the great jewel trees chopped up. We see it from above now. Emu had to block it, so the stigma. Still the Pirate King's crew, even decrepit. Huff, huff. Thou art so determined to believe. Yachi Takero! Home, Bami! And now here come the axe swings. This is nothing but fighting. And we have 2 pages left. So let's just go on and see Ripley become a widow that I can comfort.
He doesn't have to die after we get that quote explaining the title.
Well,
we know what you want.
Yeah, right. You go. It's your turn. Let's wrap this up and see
All
where
right.
we go.
Like, you aren't determined? Now, is that... Are we looking at his eyes through a reflection or something that's been cut? Is that the tree?
So Emu is blocking, and he's like you are. So he's like looking up now.
Okay. Alright. Yep. No, that makes sense now. The underworld. Well, I mean, at least it's just a branch of the tree. And it is smashing into a mountain. They just dropped all the way down there.
Yeah, but I missed it. There, it looks like there's blood coming from the left side of Scopper. And one of the demon things is like popping out from it. So
yeah, I see that.
And so now, as I'm looking on this side, there's like blood on that arm. So.
Oh. All right. Now back to the Sun World. What was that? Eek? Was that Luffy? No, it's not. There's someone else up there. Someone devastatingly strong. Oh, this is the last page?
Mm-hmm. He lost an arm. He lost an arm.
Oh man. Man.
Yeah, so in diverting his attention, he diverted an attack that would have killed Luffy, but took his arm instead. So he gave his left arm for Luffy. Another person who gave their left arm for Luffy.
I was gonna ask. Was it his left or his right arm? I couldn't remember. But yeah, it is.
It shanks the left. So, second person that gave their left arm for Luffy, and I think it's time for us to pivot. My toast. Sipping the toast for kicking butt.
Scapper knew about losing the left arm for Luffy as well.
Yeah. Like, it's one where this is... I think Imu's finally hit his limit. I think Scopper has held him off long enough so Luffy can at least get past this phase of Imu and get Imu out. But I'm very interested in how Luffy's going to interpret Scopper Gaban telling him that you can't do this by playing all Looney Tunes, Sunshine, Rainbows. Like, you have to be ruthless in fighting to be king of the pirates. I also wish that Scopper had given us more about what he knew and found at Laugh Tale, because he insinuated that he knows all about Joy Boy because he was there. So insinuating that what they learned in Raftail is not only verified but confirmed by how badly Imu wants to kill Luffy. Is that fair?
For sure. Yeah.
That's how I interpreted, like, if you're trying to kill him that badly, that means he's the one we've been waiting for. There's that. I think this is like one of the chapters when, like, Luffy has to, like, this is when One Piece is truly gonna start growing up. In a way that this has always been a shonen, but having a more mature take on things is going to be like Luffy's real, like, if I want to take a seat that is so important that when I die, people are going to rejoice. Which is such a cracked understanding when you think about the protagonist of the story. You know? Like, that's... yeah, like, that is such a crazy understanding. Any thoughts on that one? Or any things you want to touch on?
Yeah, no. I mean, it is a seat that Luffy wants.
Is that how Luffy is gonna? Yeah. Again, how is he gonna interpret this? The ruthlessness.
Scopper. just an incredible, like, how strong is Moo? How strong was Joy Boy?
Well,
does this mean that do we think that Luffy's gonna get stronger?
Not in this instance, but he's gonna get stronger. Yes, like
I mean, do we think he's going to achieve power beyond that of what we've seen with Shanks?
I think that Luffy has not mastered the attacking Conqueror's Haki like this. He's mastered the intimidation and knocking people out, but I would say in what Scopper just did when he used his Conqueror's Haki to like cut apart everything, Luffy can still get there. And I think that this is going to be a Conqueror's Haki training arc after we force Imu out. I personally think that Imu is about to time out and head back to Marijwa, and then everyone's going to be like, how do we prepare? And Scopper, with his left arm gone, is now going to be like, I will teach you how to attack with Conqueror's Haki. Zoro, he didn't know that he was utilizing Conqueror's Haki throughout his body, so just understanding that. Luffy, how to attack with, so like he's going to be using punches, and then there's going to be like electricity or something like that. Kind of like how Garp does it, actually.
No, I'm just thinking, do you think he's going to get to the level of, like, remember when the Joy Boy knot was taken off? Do you think he's going to get that strong?
I don't know, because that's, because it has to be Conqueror's Haki strong enough to force like Imu, that forced Imu back to that forced all the Gurosei back. So I think he can get there, but that's like in-game strength. I think that's the best way of putting it.
Okay.
That would be like in-game strength.
I never really thought Luffy was going to be like the strongest in the series, but this makes it seem like he has to be the strongest.
I think it makes it seem like he has to be the strongest. Very much so. And I think it comes down to, like, even Kaido said the one with the strongest haki rules over all. So I think there's a level to haki where instead of just not covering your weapon, not just expanding upon it, but using it as like literal mass destruction, like a literal nuclear weapon. It's so interesting because that's really how Luffy can take that next step, if you will. So I think next chapter, Luffy, in 2 weeks, so that will be the week of the 23rd. Yeah.
It's so far away.
Feels so far away. So 2 weeks we'll be back with 1191 1191. It'll be crazy when we get to 1200. Wonder if he's gonna do anything special for that. Any final thoughts, Bullet? Before we wrap this up, any predictions?
We're gonna get Sanji next week.
Sanji, I can vibe with that. Sanji, maybe Zoro too.
Yeah,
I can definitely vibe with that.
Or wait, so when Imu left, wasn't something going on with Marijwa being under attack?
It was on fire and being razed to the ground. That's why Shamrock had to go back. So I'm guessing it's still something to do with the Revolutionary Army, I would imagine. So I'd imagine there's that conflict that they have to deal with. So yeah.
Ugh. So much going on.
There's so much. And now Scopper's not as handy as he used to be. So yeah, I think 2 weeks we will definitely catch up on Zoro and Sanji's fight.
You know what he could do?
What?
Remember at the very beginning of the series, the guy who had Zoro on tied up? Was it X-Hand Morgans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he could be the new X-Hand.
We have a new X-Hand. Oh, this has been a brutal chapter. A lot of it's been brutal, but again, as I was mentioning earlier, One Piece is really hitting a maturation that is pretty special in my opinion. And I'm very much along for the ride. So thank you all for joining us. We will see you back here in 2 weeks. And yeah, well, thank you for the crazy ride. Hopefully Samurai will be in a place where I think he'll be in Florida by then. And the Mad Lad will be back. So you all take it easy. I'm the DarkBriton of the Runaway Warlords, and always remember, Nakama, that anime is adulting. Stay reckless, Warlords. Peace.